Woodpeckers information evening. Just going to run a few things through with you. The new daily routine. So as we've been doing ever so wonderfully, Woodpeckers should enter via the Church Street gate and walk round to the library doors at our staggered start time of 9 a.m. If your child has a younger sibling, at an earlier time, they can make their way into the classroom then. The child can be accompanied into the playground by only one adult and enter the classroom via the open fire door near the library. And at the end of the day, your child will be accompanied to the gate by the pirate ship to be picked up promptly at 3:25. So a few of the COVID symptoms and the regimes are putting in place in school at the moment. So if your child develops these symptoms, no matter when they have them, even at the weekends, and then they go again, they still need to be kept off school until they've had a test. And to support us with the test and trace team, please inform the school by phone or email of the date and the time of the onset of the symptoms. So things that we've been doing to support the children, or will continue to do to support the children through their return to school in lockdown. We're going to do an exercise to start the day. We've been doing it probably in the afternoon as well. Little brain breaks. We're going to follow a Hearts Meet scheme for mental health, and let's begin again a PHCE programme. So if your child has to go off and self-isolate, work will be available on Google Classrooms from the day after you report your child's absence. And either let myself or the office know on the Woodpeckers at widcham.cheshire.uk. So I know a few parents have wanted to come in and help, which is fantastic. I'm not going to say no to that. So if you do want to help, you can come into school. We're going to ask only help with one class, so limiting the bubbles that you're going into. So choose which sibling, if you have a sibling, just choose which sibling to help out with, and just use that sibling to stay with. Use hand sanitizer before and after working with each child, and after handling any equipment. Wash any equipment that you use, and strictly maintain 2-metre distance from everyone in school. So a little bit about our timetable. So in year 4 in Woodpeckers, we're still having our daily English and maths lessons, as well as a whole class guided reading lesson. Spelling and handwriting is taught throughout the week. Big push on spelling this year, especially for Woodpeckers, I think. So using Spelling Shed is a great way of practicing key spellings and rules. On Wednesday morning, the children have Mrs. Molyneux for RE, and PE is with with Multiflex, sorry. Homework will be continued to be monitored and set electronically on Google Classrooms, and everyone's logged into that now and can use it, which is fantastic. So PE on a Wednesday and a Friday, children are to come in wearing the school PE kit, including pumps and trainers. And we're going to try and do as much outside PE as we can. So please make sure that the children have jumpers and tracksuit bottoms. So a little bit about the topic. So following on from success over the years with a thematic approach to learning, our topic this term is called Digging It, and we will try and put our English and our maths and our science and our geography and our history and our music and our art and our design technology work in that as much as possible. So we'll be looking at the Dragon Machine, and this will be linked to our history topic, Anglo-Saxons and Vikings. So we will link the dragons to the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland, where we will learn about the great Scottish artist Stephen Brown and develop our colour and line techniques to produce our own macaque and other animals. In design technology, we will make Anglo-Saxon artefacts. In music, we will sing and perform along to the Dragon Song. And wherever possible, we will link our science topic with our theme. But this half term, we're going to be looking at the human body, focusing on digestive system, teeth, nutrition, skeletons, and muscles. So our writing, big focus this year on writing in Woodpeckers as well. The standards, again, have increased dramatically with the writing. So high standard of spelling and punctuation. We need to see this evident this year, really, in year 4. And on a lovely note there, we've got every Friday we will have a writer of the week to celebrate the excellent writing that is happening in class. Well, I certainly know that Woodpeckers do make my writer of the week very hard to choose on Friday, so I'm hoping that that will carry on throughout the rest of the year. So the English, we will go on to looking at the Dragon Machine, but to start off the term, we're looking at Counting on Catherine to celebrate, and Hidden Figures is another book that we will be looking at in guided reading. Just to say, it's a book to celebrate diversity, and they've already produced some really, really good writing from looking at the start of Counting on Catherine. So I'm really happy at the moment with that. Guided reading usually takes place between 1 and 1:30. So we look at the vocabulary, we look at inference, prediction, explanation, and retrieval of information, and summarising skills. And that's, I try and link that with the book that we are currently doing. So at the moment, we're looking at Counting on Catherine. We've been summarising, as we've been reading it, we've been summarising the pages. A massive focus this year on developing reading through the use of book club, where the children can continue to progress and complete the quizzes to check their understanding. We will also continue to encourage children to read a paper book within class, and we'll monitor progress through the yellow reading diary with a weekly stamp. I've currently not sent reading diaries home, but on Friday they will be sent home, so we can keep a record of what the children are reading on book club as well. So there's just the year 3 and 4 national requirements of spelling there, things like prefixes and suffixes, new and irregular words. We will be revisiting some of the year 3 ones, due obviously to lockdown. So I'm starting off with year 3 spelling rules and words, and then moving on to year 4 as well. So there's a little bit more about our spelling scheme. As I said, obviously due to lockdown, we are going to revisit some of the year 3 spelling rules before we move on to year 4, with a focus on the year 3 and 4 statutory spelling list words. that I have previously sent home before and will do again. So there's just some of the ways that we learn spelling within year 4. So look, say, cover and check, trace and copy, quick write, drawing round. We've also done pyramid words. Another one actually of our favourite in Woodpeckers is rainbow words, where you write over the word a couple of times in different colours, creating a rainbow effect. So by the end of year 4, all children are expected to know multiplication facts and division facts up to the 12 times table. We've started to recap on the 3s, 4s and 8s and pushing very quickly to 6s, 7s, 9s and 12s. Since they've come back, they've remembered a lot. So a real push with the times tables, because we have a test at the end of year 4 where they do need to be able to answer fairly quickly. So no outsiders is another part of our curriculum, and each half term we will read an age appropriate book to teach an aspect about the Equalities Act. There's a little bit there, like teach children about the Equality Act 2010 and British values, reduce vulnerability to radicalisation and extremism, prepare children for a life in modern Britain, teach children to be proud of who they are while recognising and celebrating difference and diversity, and develop resilience in children, and create a positive school ethos where everyone feels that they belong. So on to homework. Reading as often as possible, please. We will be rewarding children's progress on book club. Spelling Shed, I know that some of you haven't got the passwords yet, but we are looking into getting them at the end of the week. So as soon as I've got them, I will be sending them out. Times tables completed online as often as possible. Things like times table rock stars children have been using, and hit the button of top marks. And every Friday, as I've said before, the maths and English will be maths and English, or a little bit of both, will be set every week to be completed the following week. Okay. So, class dojos. We're using class dojos as a reward system, and in Woodpeckers, if they get the highest amount of dojos, they do get a little prize from my prize box, which I'm going to continue this year. So if you're not on class dojos, get logged in and I can accept you, and you can see what your child's been rewarded for, how many dojos they've got, and it's really good just to celebrate their achievements, really, at the end of the day. So you should have had a letter. Now, if there is anybody who hasn't got a letter or they're not sure of how to log in, just give me an email, and I can sort that out and help you out with that one. So there's a little bit about pupil premium funding and free school meals. Your child will be able to get a free school meal if they're in reception class year 1 or year 2. So you also might be able to get one if you're on income support, income-based job seekers allowance. You can see it's all there. I won't read it all out for you, but have a look and see if you are entitled to the free school meals. So homeschool communication. School Spider is great because it is easier for us to communicate directly with you. It allows us to read news and blog items directly on your mobile phone, and also you can see the school's calendar. So it's really useful for quick communication. Text messages from the officers will be sent via the school Spider app, and logging in as a parent enables you to book onto parents' evenings without having to come in to school. So it's good. It's good for a variety of things. So some useful websites that you could use. I've obviously mentioned Times Table Rock Stars. Have you Spelling Shed? Obviously Bug Club, the big push with reading. Grammar Glossary, and I've just put some top reads for year 3 and 4 in there as well, because I think some of the year 3 books on that link, obviously year 4 will enjoy it as well. I think we're done. Yeah. So as you can see, it's a very busy year in Woodpeckers. Lots to do. Lots of exciting things that we've got planned. They made a fantastic start, so I'm hoping that they'll carry on being as superstars as they are, with their times tables in particular, and their reading as well. So I'm going to come off record, and if there's any questions that any of you have, I will happily answer them.